Okay, plant growth and development. In this topic mainly, so introductory part we will see mainly when we will take the seed and keep it in the soil. When the seed is sown in the soil, so with the help of some factors, external and internal factors, minerals, nutrients, with the help of all these, the seed is germinated. So the germinated seed day by day, day by day, day by day. So downside it gives radicle, upside gives plumule. These plumule gradually turn to be apical meristem. Radicle gradually turn to be root apical meristem. In these two parts, radicle and plumule, so there are number of meristematic cells are there. Those meristematic cells day by day divides, redivides, and shows growth. As a result of that, the plant width, length increased. The increasing width, length is nothing but plant growth. So day by day, day by day, day by day, plant is undergoes growth. After growth, after certain stage, the plant growth finished. So whatever maybe the plant parts are grown, those are all the parts starts development. Development means what? Those plant parts are reached to puberty stage, reproductive stage. So when the parts are reached to reproductive stage, so those parts releases reproductive cells. Those reproductive cells are responsible for producing fertilization. As a result of fertilization, so further things are formed. This is what plant growth and development. So while growing plant growth and development, there are number of factors, number of hormones are takes an action to increase effective plant growth and development. So what are those? All the things are involved in the growth of the plant and the development. That is what in this chapter, so we will discuss extensively. So first of all, what is exact growth? They have given definition. Let's see that. Okay, so growth. So growth is regarded as one of the most fundamental and specific characteristics of living being. Everybody knows that. So it is most fundamental, basic, conspicuous. Conspicuous means what? Specific characteristic feature of living beings. So growth can be defined as an irreversible, so continuously towards grows in this direction only. So again, it does not comes to backward direction. Irreversible, irreversibly, it growth always grows towards upward direction against the gravitational force. An irreversible permanent increase in size, permanent increase in size, permanent increase in size. See, like this way, plant growth is so slowly like this way, permanent increase in size day by day, day by day. So plant growth is like this way, increases. Plant growth is increases. Okay, increase in size of an organism or its parts or even of an individual cells. Okay, so see here, this is the plant stem, soil. This is main root hairs. So day by day, day by day. So this week, this plant seems to be like this. Next week, this is little bit increases its width. Length is increased. Automatically side branches are formed. So from those branches, like this way, leaves are formed. Old leaves fall off. Again, new leaves are formed. Fruits are formed. Flowers are formed. Like that. Permanent increase in size of an organism, its parts, even individual, even of an individual cells. Inside there are number of cells, xylem cells, phloem cells, parenchyma cells, sclerenchyma cells, cholenchyma cells. These are all the cells day by day, day by day, day by day, their size is increased. Okay, that's all. Generally, growth is accompanied by metabolic process. As you know that it is very well. Growth is accompanied by metabolic process. What are those metabolic process? Anabolic, construction of food material. Construction of food material. Catabolic. So constructed food material is catabolized, break down into smaller molecules and releases energy in the form of ATP. Okay, that's all catabolic processes. Okay, mainly growth involved on basis of metabolic process that occur at expense of energy. Yes, so anabolic, catabolic, these are highly excess amount of energy is expended. Okay, that's all. Expenses of energy. For example, expansion of leaf is nothing but growth. See, This is, this is. This is expansion. So today like this way, next week automatically its surface is increased. Next week automatically its surface is increased. Like this way, day by day, its surface is increasing. It is initial growth, it is final growth. This is nothing but growth process. This process is called growth. Simply growth. Middle point, an irreversible permanent increase in size of an organism. That's maybe a part or a individual cell or branches or leaves, whatever it may be. An irreversible permanent increase in size of plant parts. That can be regarded as, that can be defined as growth. This is a simple definition. Okay, that's all. Next one. See, actually, this much, these are all points they don't, in examination point of view, they won't ask, but also it is our responsibility to discuss. In this chapter, main topics 4, auxins, gibberellins. These 2 only 5 marks questions. Remaining all 2 marks, 3 marks questions. Remaining cytokinins, gibberellins, abscisic acid. But also it is our responsibility to keep discussion on endemic. See, plant growth generally indeterminate. Indeterminate means not exactly known. Plant growth is not exactly known. That means what? So plant growth, where it is going on, exactly we cannot determine. After months, after days, after 1 month, second month, third month, fourth month, 6 months, then we can determine. But daily, if you will observe how and where it is growing, we cannot determine. That only. The ability of plants. The ability of plant is due to the presence of meristems at certain locations in their body. That only. The ability of plant is due to the presence of meristems at certain locations in the body, in their body. The ability of plants is due to the presence of meristems at certain locations. Certain locations. So already I said that. Okay, already I said meristematic tissue. So this is root. Regions of root we discussed. So like this, different regions. In this one middle, meristematic tissue is continuously divides, redivides, and again produces new cells. Old cells are matured, again new cells are formed. This process is continuous. So this process is nothing but growth. So the cells of such meristems have capacity. Now only said have the capacity to divide and self-perpetuate. Those cells have the capacity to divide and self-perpetuate. Self-perpetuate means what? They themselves developed. Perpetuate means developed. So see, it is meristematic cell tissue. In this one, the cells are divided and forms 2 cells. These 2 cells again divided and gives 2 cells. It gives 2 cells. It gives 2 cells. These 2 cells again gives 4 cells like this. Like this way, new cells are continuously formed and self-perpetuate. So all the cells developed they themselves using plant nutrients from the soil. Okay, that's all. Next, new cells are always being added to the plant body by the activity of meristem cell. Meristem is called the open form of growth. Not only. So new cells are always being added to the plant. See, always being added to the plant. This is root. This is upside. See here, this is upside. Like this way, plant branches will be there. So in these, every branch, each and every branch, shoot apical meristem, root apical meristems, lateral meristems, these are all lateral meristems. In all the meristems, the cells are continuously divides, redivides, and produces new cells. This is called open form of growth. Okay, next, the root apical meristem and shoot apical meristems are responsible for primary growth of the plant. Yes, root apical meristem. See here, what will be there? Root apical meristem. In this one, the cells undergoes divides and redivides and produces new cells. As a result of new cells, the space is less. Then automatically, the cell is expanded. The cell is expanded. Automatically, the length of the root is increased. In the same way, this is upside plumule. Plumule gradually turned to be a stem. This stem, this is called shoot apical meristem. Shoot apical meristem. This is called root apical meristem. In these two places, the cells are continuously divides, redivides, and responsible for the primary growth of the plant. Initially, primary growth. So, primary growth of the plant, the primary cells gradually mature and turn to be secondary growth and contribute to the elongation of plants along their axis. See, so these primary parts helps to elongation of the plant, increase the plant surface. Plant surface is continuously increasing. At the same time, root surface is increased. Lateral roots, primary roots, secondary roots, tertiary roots are increased. Their growth is increasing like this way. So they occupy large surface area. So due to expanding to a large surface area, the plant gets additional support. Okay, that's all. Okay, that's all. So automatically along their axis means entire stem is increased. In dicotyledonous plants and gymnosperms, lateral meristems, vascular chemium, cork chemia appear later in the life. Those are gradually turned to be a secondary growth. So already we discussed in dicot plants, gymnosperms, lateral meristem. Lateral meristem means it is the stem. Lateral, the word only saying the meaning. These are called lateral meristems. These are called lateral meristems. Lateral meristems. Vascular chemium. Vascular chemium, nothing but vascular bundles. See, it is the chemium. It is the chemium. So this chemium is responsible for production of xylem and phloem. Vascular chemium and cork chemium. Cork chemium means what? Outermost part of the mature plants are called cork chemium. These are all shows secondary growth. Primary growth gradually turn to be secondary growth. Okay, so that's all. Next, growth is measurable. Growth is measurable. Growth is measurable. So growth is therefore measured by a variety of parameters, some of which are increase in fresh weight, dry weight, length, area, volume, cell number. So if you will observe very clearly, the growth can be measurable. Growth can be easily measured. See, take a one seed. Take a one seed. This is seed. Today, this is the seed. Next day, slowly it will come. Next day, slowly it comes. Later it comes. Later, its length is increased. Later, its length is increased automatically from upside is increased. Sorry. So if we will see these are all the things clearly, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, and so on. We can be measure growth if you will observe daily growth. Okay, so growth is therefore measured by a variety of parameters. Those are increase fresh weight. Day by day, the weight of the seed is increased. Germinated seed is increased. So fresh weight, dry weight, length, area, volume, and cell number is increased. Cell number is increased. Okay, that's all. You may find it amazing to know that single maize root apical meristem, single maize root, monocot root, that is maize. Apical meristem can give rise to more than 17,500 new cells per hour. Okay, so those are all the new cells are found by mitosis divisions. While cells in watermelon may increase in size by up to 350,000 times. In such a way, every plant undergoes repeated mitotic division, divides, redivides. One side old cells are matured, new cells are starts producing. Old mature cells forms parenchyma tissue, collenchyma tissues, xylem tissue, xylem elements, phloem parenchyma, phloem sclerenchyma. Like that, all the tissues are formed. Those after formation of those all the tissues, slowly differentiation process takes place. As a result of differentiation, stem, root, leaves, branches, buds, fruits, seeds, etc., are formed. So, if we will clearly observe, the growth is measurable. Okay, that's all. Next, phases of growth. If we will see phases of growth in this one, okay, ma? That's all. Next, phases of growth. So in growth, various phases we can be observed. So the period of plant growth is generally divided into 3 phases. The period of plant growth. So the plant comes from the seed only. So this is the seed. Next, gradually the seed is gives like that. Gradually gives like that. So this gradually like that. Upside this is gradually like downside gives like this. Okay, like this gradually comes down. If you'll observe, these are all the stages observed. This also, this region also we can be clearly observed. So the period of plant growth generally divided into 3 phases. These are meristematic phase, elongation phase, meristematic phase, elongation phase, maturation phase. So if you will see here, meristematic phase here clearly, so we can get an idea about how growth is takes place. Okay, meristematic phase. See here, meristematic phase. See, it refers to a phase of constantly dividing cells and is restricted to apical meristems. See, this is the region. This is the region. To this region, okay, at the root tip apical tissue, it refers to a phase of constantly dividing cells. Constantly in the root apical meristem, constantly divide the cells, and is those meristematic cells are restricted to those meristematic tissues or cells are restricted to apical meristem. This is called root apical meristem. This is called shoot apical meristem. Like root tip or shoot tip. This is called shoot tip. This is called root tip. The cells of this region are rich in cytoplasm, have a large nucleus bound by thin cell walls. So the cells here we will take one meristematic cell. So in the meristematic tissue, one cell, if you will take those cells in this region rich in cytoplasm, this is called cytoplasm, have a large nucleus. Nucleus is large. So this the nucleus is guides the entire meristematic tissue, because in the nucleus DNA will be there, RNA will be there, different types of RNA will be there. So DNA and RNA is a major part to the plants. DNA acts as a genetic material. RNA is responsible for the synthesis of proteins, etc. Large nucleus and bound by thin cell wall. So each parenchyma cell is bound by, covered by thin cell wall, thin cell wall. Okay, that's all. This is called meristematic phase. This region is called meristematic phase. Okay, next one is elongation phase. If we will come to elongation phase, see here, elongation, the word itself saying the meaning, elongation phase. See, it represents the just behind the meristematic region. So, see, this is the seed region. This is root apical meristem, apical meristem. This region is called elongation region, elongation region, elongation region. Like that here also, like that here also. Below the ground it will be there. This region is called elongation region. This region, in between this is called, in between this region is called elongation region, elongation region. So this is called shoot tip, shoot tip. Okay, so it is present just behind the meristematic region. It is the region of enlargement of cells. So every cell enlargement, elongation, and increased vacuolation. So every cell contains nucleus. This nucleus pushes vacuole aside. Vacuolation, nothing but vacuole. Cell enlargement, automatically this is cell enlargement happens. And a new cell wall deposition are characteristics of the cell. New cell wall. So old cell wall is matured and again new cell wall is formed. New cell wall is formed. After this is a new cell wall is formed. Okay, that's a cytoplasm is common. Large nucleus is common. It is covered by thin wall is common. Thin wall is turned to be secondary and again new wall is formed. This is continuous process. That is called elongation phase. So this process is continuously as long as plant survive on our planet. So in those many years, so cell elongation, meristematic phase, elongation phase, maturation phase continuously happens. Okay, that's one side old cells are matured and differentiated into parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, xylem, etc. So another side, this cell divides and gives two new cells. These two cells divides and gives four cells. So those four cells divides and gives 8 cells. In such a way, one side continuously new cells are formed. From back side, new already formed cells are differentiated and matured and forms sclerenchyma, collenchyma, parenchyma, xylem, etc. organs. Okay, that is elongation phase. Maturation phase. It is further behind the region of elongation. Maturation phase, that only. So next to the elongation region is called maturation phase. Okay, so see here, it is also, we can see here, this is, you can see, it is root tip, apical meristem, apical meristem. It is elongation region, elongation region. So elongation region, downside, it is like this way elongated. So continuously it is elongated. Next to the elongation and in between these two, this is maturation region, maturation region. So like this way the plant grows elongated. So already newly formed parts are matured. Already newly formed parts, already formed cells are matured. Okay, earlier formed cells are matured and shows secondary growth. Maturation, it is further behind the region of elongation. It is a region of cell maturation or differentiation. Already I'm saying, already newly first formed cells are differentiated, matured. Okay, ma? So power